Hi, my name is Lucky, and today the Moody College of Communication and I are going to go over tips and tricks on how to best capture your experiences wherever you are. Most of these tips and tricks might be for your phone, but they are transferable to your DSLR or any other camera that you might have. First, recording yourself at home. There are three important things when filming yourself. First, location. Location is important in terms of background, audio, and lighting. Pick a space with a background that might be kind of interesting, or at least tidy up so it doesn't look messy in the background. It's also helpful if the space is away from any distractions or noises. Some examples of distractions might be people coming in or out, wind or AC units, or even your own phone. But if you can get away to a quiet spot and you have to record wherever you are, it's okay if we hear city life like mopeds, honking, construction, as long as we see the sound and understand what's happening. Second, setting up lighting and audio. With lighting, it'd be great if your location had windows. With windows or any lighting source, you don't want to be directly in front of it or else it's going to be harsh or overexposed. What you want to do is capture the bounce off of a surface so that way the lighting will be more fair. If you don't have access to a window, but you do have access to technology like another laptop, iPad, or phone, you can go to YouTube and pull up something called a white screen. Then you can put it at a certain length away from your face and it'll provide temporary lighting. With any light source, you want to make sure that you have a good distance away from it. For recording audio, if you happen to be using a device that allows you to use your AirPods or headphones, it's 10 times better because it focuses more on your voice and less on the surroundings. Third, being on screen. Now you're in front of the camera. It's best to put yourself at eye level with the camera so you don't have any unflattering angles from below or above. Find a position or spot where you're able to talk comfortably. That means relaxing your shoulders and just not looking tense or very awkwardly. And check your appearance for any stray hairs, disheveled clothing, food in your teeth. Just be sure that you're okay with how people will see you. If you're using your laptop, try using Zoom. If you're using your phone, try using a phone-friendly tripod. The same goes for a DSLR or any other camera that you might have. You can purchase these items in advance, and they're also going to be great when you're filming B-roll, which we'll talk about later. We want to make sure that your footage is stable and not shaky. Next, we'll go over tips for documenting your B-roll. Try to document everything in landscape and not the portrait selfie mode. When you're editing footage, it's going to be a lot easier and more consistent if everything is in landscape mode. When it comes to movement, less is more. Sometimes you don't have to follow the subject. You can just let the scene happen. If you do want to add movement, it's really easy to just go left to right, right to left, up to down, down to up. You might be wondering, well, what should I record? Whatever you think is interesting. Don't be afraid to immerse yourself in your environments. But if it's a sensitive subject or involves personal space, do ask for consent. We want to know what it's like where you're at. What is it like to eat? What is it like to go to school? What is it like to walk in the city there? If you're using a phone, more often than not, the front selfie camera does not have as great quality as the back camera. Also, when you zoom in, the quality worsens, so don't zoom in. The iPhone has a lot of great features like slow-mo and time-lapse, so you want to prepare ahead. If you're going somewhere that involves fast action, you'll want to use slow-mo. If you're going somewhere where there's going to be a sunset, you're going to want to use time-lapse. The iPhone allows you to lock and control exposure if you hold down on your subject and drag to adjust, so the image doesn't change with slight movement. If you really want to capture cinematic footage on your iPhone, you can turn your video capturing experience to 4K at 24 frames per second. This means it's going to capture a lot more information and it's going to be a lot more vivid. But 4K footage involves a lot of storage, so be prepared to be able to hold all that video. Additionally, don't forget to dump your footage at the end of the day. You don't want any mistakes or accidents. Lastly, video recording drains a lot of battery, so make sure you always have your battery pack and your charger. You don't want to be wherever you are with a dead phone. Thanks for watching, and I hope these tips and tricks help you capture your experiences wherever you are.